What is up, crap stains? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for you. This time it's going to be Major League Baseball for Tuesday, June the 29th. Game is going to be played between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Going for the Phils is Vince Velasquez, and for the Marlins, Trevor Rogers. Current betting spread is Marlins minus 118, total 8. So I know you're looking at the gear being like, wow, I'm watching a baseball video and this moron's wearing Vikings hoodie. That's what we kind of do here. Vikings hoodies are in play all season long, so get used to it, folks. Whether it's baseball season, basketball season, football season, soccer, doesn't matter, even tennis. You'll see me take out the Vikings gear. Almost wore a Vikings beanie as well, but it looked like a D-bag. So instead, just rock the sex hair. It was nice to grab a solo vid win from Friday. Pirates team total over 3.5. It's actually cash in the third inning, so nice little sweat-free wager. Moves the solo videos up to 18-8 plus 10.5 U. I went 0-2 on the live show Saturday, but then backed this up with 3-0 on Sunday. Joey went 2-0 on Sunday as well, and Holden 1-0. So a full 6-0 sweep from us on the live show. Things you just love to see. Sundays have been a tough day overall for me personally this year, so it was nice to have a solid day myself. Also marks 4 straight profitable weekends of live shows. Again, folks, all you have to do is watch. All right, so I'm just going to get right into the vid this week. There's going to be no blue balls for those who want the breakdown. I cannot make this same guarantee for Friday's vid. I know I often like to bullshit with you guys before the actual video or before the breakdown. But anyway, here we go. Quite frankly, I don't understand this line. My favorite look here is over 8 runs. That is over 8 runs. You guys may have noticed I've actually been pouring in overs lately, whether it's for team totals, full game overs, or first fives. Look, all I can do is take what the market presents. I'm certainly more of an under guy, where I've always been, but at the same time, favorable numbers are just that. If you only bet overs or unders, you basically eliminate half the bets you can make. And anywho, so why do I like this over? First of all, I have this line to 8.5 past 115, so 8 at 110 is very favorable, and a auto fire on my end. I'll start with the low-hanging fruit. Vince Velasquez for the Phillies. Now, I get it. Anytime you bet an over where one of the teams is named the Miami Marlins, it's not really fun. It hasn't been fun this year, that's for sure. However, the Marlins have proven to be a team that has some pop up and down the lineup, specifically at the top. They play in that monster park down in Miami, but now they get to play in a very warm Philadelphia ballpark. In this park, much like National Stadium, as I like to compare these two often, it plays like a pitcher's park in the cold and very much so a hitter's park in warm weather. So Vince Velasquez has been a magnet for foot traffic this season, actually for his whole career, for that matter. Severe walk issues, at least one walk allowed in all but one start this year, and he's gone 6 innings just twice all season. This is important because the Phillies bullpen is a bit of a disaster. I'll get more into that in a bit, but Velasquez's walk issues piled up with his weighted OBA of 330 plus to righties and lefties. Batting average on balls in play, 50 points under his career average. Line drive rate, 20%. Soft contact rate, 14%. Kind of makes you wonder how this dude actually gets outs. He does have good stuff, believe it or not. Always been an above-average K guy, and once again this season. What really concerns me here is the Marlins have heavy pop, especially at the top of that lineup. They're playing in a smaller park here where the ball carries in the heat. Velasquez will need some serious umpire help with an expanded strike zone to avoid trouble. But he, the first time these two played a few weeks ago, Velasquez was able to hide inside that big Marlins park. He's actually given up 2 earned or more in 5 straight starts to start. Before that was against the Marlins, where he threw pretty well. He's not going to have the luxury this time around of being in that gigantic ballpark, though. As mentioned previously, it's not ever fun betting an over that involves the Marlins, but they should certainly force Velasquez into sticky situations, as Vince willingly puts himself in many of those. It does help, though, that the Marlins are also a near full bill of health. On the other side, Trevor Rogers been excellent this year. He's a pitcher who yields good results, though, pitching down in Miami. A 3-pitch guy, throws a lot of change-ups, just like his counterpart, Sandy Alcantara. He's even added a bit more life to his pitches in the form of velo, especially to his fastball, from this year to last. Rogers' success, or better success this year as opposed to last year, is really attributed to his walk rate coming down, home run rate going way down, and still keeping up his solid K rate. Few red flags, though, in regards to his left on base percentage, line drive rate, and soft contact rate. I know these are numbers I often bring up in these videos, but these are important numbers to dictate how well a pitcher's going. If a pitcher's got low soft contact rate and a high line drive rate, dude's giving up a lot of hard hits. Either way, his home ERA and the away ERA are very similar, but his weighted OBA are quite different, separated by 30 points. worse on the road. As mentioned, he does benefit from pitching in Miami. Most good lefties are dominant versus left-handed bats, usually quite worse versus righties. Not in Rogers' case, kind of a reverse splits guy. Worse versus lefties, but does concede more power to righties. Philly's got a good mix of righties and lefties, so it probably all kind of cancels out in that respect. I'd expect Rogers to also find himself in jams, as he's another guy who walks quite too many, not even close to what Velasquez does, but he's up there. 2 free passes or more in 10 of his 15 starts. Unlike Velasquez, though, Rogers can at least eat innings. Though he's only gone past 7 innings just once, he's quite reliable to go at least 5 innings, doing that in every start since his season debut. There's a bit of a narrative coming in for me here. I always like when 2 teams kind of meet in a game 1 of a series where one team has played a lot of games at home in a pitcher's ballpark, and another team who kind of plays in a hitter's ballpark has played a lot of their games on the road. Kind of have that here. Miami is coming off playing 6 straight home games in that huge ballpark, and Philly's only played 2 home games over their last 13. Goes without saying, they do hit better at home, more slugging, more everything. As for bullpens, I'd argue collectively these are 2 bottom of the league pens, not so much at the rock bottom, but close to the bottom. I know that you might look at surface ERA and see that the Marlins are pretty good, relatively good top 10. And look, both teams have decent hold guys. I'm not going to argue that. But everything else for both teams is kind of woof levels of bad. I know the Marlins are in a good stretch of relief pitching right now, but that's due for regression for sure. These names can't keep up this sustainability as a whole. But again, their back-end folks are pretty good if they have a small lead. Look, we know Velasquez doesn't eat innings, so if Rogers doesn't eat innings here either or go deep in the game, oh boy, expect a lot of average arms coming into this game in the form of bullpens from both teams here, especially if neither pitcher gets through the 6th. Now, weather-wise, it is a near dream, 90 degrees, humid. It's going to feel like 100, sub 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to right center. While the wind's always subject to change, warm weather in this park and an under ticket in your hand are never really 2 things that are fun together. Coming in, both teams haven't exactly been blistering the ball, but it goes to what I've said with the Phillies playing a bunch of road games recently in bigger parks, and the Marlins playing a bunch of home games recently. Total evade, to me, is over-adjusting too much for the Marlins, who I know don't really hit that well, and for Rogers, who's been pitching lights out. I'd also argue the Marlins have no business being a road favorite here, but I liked the over much more at 8 runs. So again, play here is over 8 runs, minus 105. Got that at BetMGM in New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope somebody takes a dump in your mailbox. As always, drop comments below your thoughts on the play. Let me know who you are betting for tomorrow's slate. You guys know the comment section is warm water. Dive on in. I also always get back to you guys. We have content lined up on the channel all week. NBA, MLB, PGA, even some tennis, of course, for Wimbledon. Had a few rainouts today, but all in all, I'll be back tomorrow. Spread Tyler, DFS crew have you covered in NBA. Joey's going to hold down in bases for the next few days. We'll be back with another golf show for Tuesday. And I'll be back, of course, with another MLB show for Friday. Check us out, runpurebets.com, see what we're all about. As always, be sure to gamble responsibly. Stay safe, folks. And thanks again for watching.